you can notice that there's a difference in the name, right? One says BloodHound, and that's because that's BloodHound added to the chart through the indicators window, right? This other BloodHound, we changed the name to help eliminate the confusion so that okay, yeah, this is BloodHound running inside a Blackbird. So that's why we named it Blackbird. So even though obviously this is not Blackbird, Blackbird's a strategy, it's not an indicator, but this is BloodHound running inside a Blackbird, so that way you can tell the difference between the two here, right? Also, yeah, we can't quite see it, but you'll notice one of these BloodHounds has white text, right? Actually, yeah, wolf optimized, right? You can see that text is white. The Blackbird BloodHound has blue text. So that way you can tell the difference on the chart here, right? So one has blue, one has white text. All right, now getting to the issue here. So we also put all this extra information on here, so that way we at support can troubleshoot and debug these common mistakes that we see here. So if you look, right, obviously in the name it tells you the version number, but also it tells you the settings. It tells you some of the properties, right? So OBC means on bar close, and actually let me this would be so much easier to see here. Yeah, so we can see here, right? We can see the version number, and then we see OBC, and I'll put a little line there, right? OBC, so that means on bar close. So if I open up Blackbird, right? So that is telling you what the calculate mode is, right? So this BloodHound, the calculate is set to on bar close, OBC, right? If you have it set to on price change, it'll be OPC, right? And then OET. So, right? So that helps you tell, right? So that helps you identify what your calculate mode is without having to open up the indicator window. And then the second piece of information here is it tells you what chart you're running on, right? So we can see this is the NQ March 2025 500 chart, right? So that's going to be, right, the chart that you have BloodHound running on. And then even further, right, we can see it says 30-minute. So if BloodHound is running a multi-time frame system, the other time frames will be listed here to help you out, right? And so that 30-minute is because, right, we inside of BloodHound we added a 30-minute time frame here. And then, but also, let me just do one other thing here. Let's see here. Let me, yeah, let me just add a quick slope solver. And then the slope solver, I'm going to add one of Ninja's order flow indicators. Yeah, let's add the order flow cumulative delta here. And I'll just look at the delta close like so, right? So when I add that order flow indicator, we can see BloodHound saying, uh-oh, we have a multi-time frame indicator added. So yeah, the order flow indicators are multi-time frame indicators. So let's close that. And let's reload the chart like so. There. Okay, now looking at our time frames, right? So we see it says 30-minute. Now it also says 1 tick, right? So it's telling you all the time frames that BloodHound is using. and or required to use, right? So BloodHound had to add that 1 tick time frame because I just added that order flow indicator. So let's shrink that up a little bit. Yeah, so this order flow indicator requires a 1 tick time frame. All right, so yeah, so you have all the time frames that BloodHound is working with, and the same goes for Blackbird. Blackbird is also giving you all of this data here, so that you have a full understanding of kind of what's going on behind the scenes, right? The back end of everything that's being calculated there, right? So if you see a 1 tick time frame, then that tells you that you're working with an indicator such as an order flow, volume profile, volume footprint type of indicator that requires a 1 tick time frame or data series to get its bid and ask data. So, right, so that's what's going on there.